Hey everybody, this is Kevin and welcome back to another build video for the DeAgostini International Space Station. Today we're going to be highlighting steps 51 and 52. A lot of what you're going to see today is going to be some redundancy. Unfortunately, as we get down to the wire here, the base panels start to assemble the same way. The solar panels, same thing. It's the same thing over and over again. So I'll try to interject some comments and some fun into the build to make it entertaining as much as I can. But we are going to take the base panel that we worked on last week and add another section to that. We're also going to take the full-size solar panel that we worked on last week also and add some center modules to that center bracket. So let me get the parts out, and without any further ado, let's start working on it. Okay, here we've got stage 51, and as I mentioned, we do have another base piece, and we do have some center bracket additions to the solar panel. Let's go ahead and get this bag opened up. Let's get our parts. We've got our hardware, we got that module. We're going to have to open up this base panel here. Okay, set that up there. Discard our scraps. Let's go ahead and get this portion. That is solid metal. That's what makes this model so heavy, is every individual piece. I mean, we're not measuring in grams, we're measuring in ounces here. And then we've got our hardware. Okay, so we've got some AS8s, we've got some MS4s, and our base bolts as well. All right, let me figure out how many of each we'll need, and we'll get to building. Okay, as I previously mentioned, a lot of this is redundant, but we're going to take this new base panel and we're going to plug it into this adapter part right there. And we're going to push it until it's flush, rotate it over, and we're going to fill that empty hole with a plastic threaded screw, the AS8. Take our large Phillips screwdriver, thread that in until it stops so we don't over tighten and strip it. And then we're going to take our bolts, feed them in, and throw a nut on the end of each one. There we go. Just looking at the size of the let's see, is that, oh yeah, that goes here. The base itself, this is going to leave quite the footprint on wherever we decide to display this or store it or whatever. And I'm not sure how easy, if it's even possible, to disassemble parts of this to make storing it easier. It looks like it's just going to have to remain in its full-size condition indefinitely, which means we're going to have to find a location somewhere to set this up. And again, not only the footprint's large, but wherever we put it, we're going to need a lot of surrounding area for the solar panels so they don't bump into walls and shelves and things. So this is quite the project. So if this is something you're intrigued by and want to build, make sure you put enough forethought into your planning, because if you're not going to have a place to store it or display it, then it might not be worth even building. And I'm not trying to discourage you, it's just that's a reality. It's fun to get excited about it and build it, but then not only do you have to display it, but you want to display it properly and safely, because you don't want it, to put it in harm's way where people can knock it over, or if you have pets, you don't want cats and dogs chewing on it and scratching at it. So just things to consider. Okay, so that takes care of that assembled base plate there. Now let's pull the solar panels out and do the other portion of this stage. Okay, once again, another fairly straightforward step. This module here, you can see it's got 3 holes inside there, and we're going to insert it so we can access the inside of those. We're going to drop it right into this front compartment there. Okay. We're going to take our 3 MS3 screws. Probably should have already had these pre-oiled and ready, but no problem. Drop them into position. Thread it down until it stops. And grab the other one. I'll be honest with you, I'm not quite sure what that post attaches to or what its purpose is. Whoop. Again, sometimes magnetic screwdrivers help and sometimes they hinder. Okay, one more to go. And this is going to be, again, one of our quicker stage builds. There we go. Okay, so that wraps that up. Good strong grip there at the end. Okay, that wraps up that stage. Let's get up to stage 52. Okay, stage 52 looks like it's some sort of retractable, possibly additional solar power panels. They are going to mount onto our existing panel that we've been working on. So let's go ahead and dump the parts and hardware out. So we've got this. I believe those two are going to attach on their own. This is its own piece. Not quite sure what that little plug-in's for yet. We do have our screws. We've got the typical MS4s, and we have got some donkey screws. Haven't seen these in a while. So we're going to set this over here. I think, like I said, we're going to do these 3 first. So let me figure out how many screws we need, and we'll get everything ready to go, and we'll start on the build. Okay, the first step is to attach this retractable panel here to this little metal modular piece. This is plastic, and this is metal. So we're going to insert the posts. You can see the little cutouts there for these adapters. They're going to plug in there. And pretty simple, straightforward fit. We're going to take 2 of our donkey screws, which are basically MS4s, but they're a little bit longer from what I can gather. Whoop. These are not threading in quite as easily as I thought they would. Although they're not metal, they have more of a plastic thread to them. So, have another attempt at this. There it goes. You don't want to over squeeze this because you could probably snap that that piece, because that is just plastic. There we go. I don't want to strip these threads because I kind of feel like they might be kind of loose in there, in that plastic. So, okay, that takes care of that. Now we're going to head on over to the module itself and plug this in. This little tab sticking up needs to go to the rear. So this is going to plug in. Hopefully it just snaps in. Well, it doesn't snap, but it's pressure fit. And we're going to take our MS4s and just a drop of oil. Get these threaded in. Not easy to screw in with the panel sticking up right there. Kind of in the way. Do cross screws here. So not only is this panel growing in width, but it's also apparently growing in height. Now we're adding these extra panels. But it does kind of make you amazed at when you think about how the real space station is up there in orbit. And as massive as this thing is, imagine how massive the real thing is and how many trips they had to take from the Earth up to orbit to get all the panels and all the pieces together to make it the full-size station that it is. And you know, you imagine they didn't have heavy machinery and cranes and bulldozers. Everything was basically manual labor. Now granted, there's no weight up there, so it's easy to lift, but a lot of weight and momentum built up into these panels and these structures. Not easy. So it really is a testament to how well versatile our astronauts are as far as building goes. Okay, we also need to take this little plug here, and let me see if I can figure out where it goes exactly. It drops in to that little notch piece right there with the yellow portion on the right. So let me drop it in place. Hopefully it's pressure fit. And yeah, it'll stay put. Okay, so that takes care of that retractable panel. Okay, let me get the base piece out here and slide that aside. Basically all we're going to do here is take our existing base, and we need to plug in a little side panel here, and that's going to plug into, it looks like, this piece right there. It just pops into place there, pressure fit, like that. And that takes care of stage 51. Okay, that wraps up this episode. I think I mentioned in the last segment that I was finishing up stage 51. I meant 52. But that is the end of 51 and 52. The solar panel, this is just incredible. But now we're gaining the, looks like retractable arrays as well. Super cool. Absolutely amazing. So this is coming along, and we've also did a little additional work to the base, so that's coming along. Again, from here on out, I think we're gonna have a lot of redundancy, but we're gonna make it fun. So thanks everybody for watching. God bless, and we will see you for stages 53 and 54 next week. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.